up, everybody? It's Nobody Asked Us with Des and Kara, presented by Brooks Running. Wait, let me try that again. Nobody Asked Us with Des and Kara, presented by Brooks Running. Des, how are you?
It sounds painful. It sounds like
hurt.
Knives on the throat and the vocal cord. I'm good. Let's just dig right in. Is this karaoke voice, or is this what happened here?
Okay, well, truthfully, yes. A week ago,
introduce yourself, because I think people are probably like, "Who's the guest?"
My name is
host?
Kara. I'm Des's sidekick. So last week we were going to record, and we decided to wait. And I was like, "Oh, it's probably good because I lost my voice basically doing karaoke." I mean, Des, I was so obnoxious, and we can get into that if you want.
Yeah,
but like,
we're going to.
I didn't even need a microphone. Everyone was like, "Good God, Goucher,
shut her down."
But I think I've been like fighting something since I've been back. And like Saturday, I was like, "Oh, I finally feel better. I'm not going to get sick." And then Saturday night, we went to the CU football game and got home late. And then like it was really loud because we were literally on the field. Like the seats were amazing.
Yeah.
And then I got up super early. I slept only a few hours and got up early to go to Boulderthon. And then I was like, revving the crowd up. And then I got home and I was like, no, I'm sick.
Done.
It's official.
I'm
actually really tired and do not feel well. So yeah, that's the voice now. It's not from karaoke anymore.
All right. So it's been a whirlwind for the vocals.
Yeah, it's a good thing I'm not a singer.
Thank goodness this is after the announcing in Tokyo.
God, yeah, that would have been so bad. Never take me to karaoke before a meet.
For sure. What's the protocol for that? Do you know if you showed up to an NBC call and you're like, "Hi guys, I feel under the weather."
I don't think that I could call a race like this. Because especially if I get like excited or something, I mean, but the thing, the complaints people get is they can say I'm like annoying and I sound shrill. This would like definitely be annoying.
I hate that. I actually feel like any woman who does a broadcast that gets excited is like, "You sound shrill." And
I know, it's like such a sexist comment. It's
just being like excited, and
it's just like
that doesn't hit right
for you. Do the same job as the men, but whatever. But anyway, yeah.
So what would they do? Do you think that they would just make Paul do the whole show?
I think that I think maybe Trey would step in. Trey steps in like he steps in when like when World Indoors when my mom wasn't well, something like that. So he would like Trey really, because he was a decathlete, can kind of step into anything.
Yeah.
If he had to.
Skill to have.
Yeah. So he'd
probably be fired up.
Yeah, he'd be like, "All right, let's go."
You gotta be careful. Make sure he's not sabotaging you at any point.
Oh, seriously, he's gonna ruin my voice. Yeah, he stepped in like Diamond League a couple of years ago. I was like, "Where's my when am I doing Diamond League?" And they were like, "Trey's gonna call the distance, so Trey would be fine."
Fair enough.
Like, thanks, cool Trey. So yeah.
Well, besides that, how has re-entry been? Any good? Any struggles? What's it been like? How's it the flight home?
The flight home was fine.
Uneventful?
Yeah, it was.
You didn't get overserved like on the way over?
I didn't drink on the way home.
Just sweating it off?
Yeah. Okay. So the night before, the last night of the meet, there's a bunch of awesome races, which we'll dig into a little bit. Yeah. And then I think I had mentioned on the pod that we were going to go do karaoke after, and I was like, I don't know, like. I don't know if I'll do it. I'm imagining like in the movies when you go in and it's a giant room. They're all small, tiny little rooms. And so we go into the first one and there's like 7 people in there and I'm like, oh, hell no. And Trey's like, this isn't our spot. I can feel it. This isn't our spot. So we go to the next spot and it has people at the bar and then it has like a sofa and he's like, oh, this is our spot. And he was right. We were there for like 3 hours. Yes. But it's very intimate. It's not like you can like sing and hide in the background or anything.
Singing for your friends.
Yeah, like you're just belting it out in front of everyone. So I was like, I don't know if I can do this. And I got to tell you, okay, Bill Spalding is not new to NBC, but he's new to our broadcast team, and he did a phenomenal job. Like we're not we're friendly, but we have really high standards, and he just came right in, crushed it out of the park, and just super polite the whole time. And like he and I went to go find Kit Kats for our kids because that's all his kids wanted to. But we get there and he's like, I'll sing first. And I'm like, okay.
He's going for it. He's going for it. Aggressive. I like it.
Bill freaking Spalding just grabs the mic and belts out Pink Pony Club. And it was like so iconic. It just like set the tune. Like the whole tone was set. It was like, oh, we're doing this. Like we are all happening. So he crushed it. He sang so many songs and he was the one that like kicked us off. Cause you get there and you're like,
yeah, I'm not starting
all
it.
of a sudden you're like everyone's actually going to hear you. And then, when I have a few drinks, I really love to like sing and dance. And so at one point, Swangard, Paul's like, get out your God, like you're so loud. I don't even have the mic and I'm singing louder than the person with the microphone. But anyway, it was so fun and big time cheers to Bill Spalding, who kicked it off and kept coming back with all these songs I would never guess that he would sing. And he just crushed it.
What was the most challenging song that was done? Like, when it was like Michael Jackson? Like, come on, that's crazy, right?
Yeah. Like that anyone like saying in general?
Mariah Carey. You're like, no, sit this one out. Like, stop.
Okay, so like I love this song Gloria by Linda Ronstadt that nobody knows it. It's like an old song. I don't even know if it's by Linda Ronstadt. It's on my playlist. Anyway, we picked it, and it turns out I can't sing it for shit. Like when I'm in my car.
Isn't that the worst when you realize like you don't know the lyrics at all?
Like, turns out I'm not a soprano. Like they play it, and they're like, "It's Kara," and it turns out like I actually can't sing it at all because I sing it in my car with the music so loud.
And you're like, I'm pretty good in here.
So it's kind of a fail. But I don't know. It was actually amazing. Everyone sang, like Paul Swangard sang Piano Man, Kevin Saylor sang, Owen and Charlotte, like they just crushed it. Trey sang a bunch, and it was so much fun.
What Trey sang? Give me a Trey.
He sang so many songs. Like we seriously sang for hours. But he sang. Crazy. I remember one that he was very animated. He sang Matchbox 20. Is it Push You Around or whatever?
Yep.
Yeah. Oh, he was like animated in it. It was
feeling
so,
it.
Yeah, it was
feeling
so great.
The song.
And speaking of Trey, you know how the night ended? Okay, it's like 2:45, and he's like, "I'm hungry. I need food right now." And he just gets up.
He just left.
He just gets up and leaves. We're like, we have to find Trey food.
We must get him food now. He's getting
like
hangry.
All of a sudden, he was like, "I'm so hungry. I can't do this anymore."
That's kind of amazing.
Yeah, it was great.
Such like an athlete at heart still. He's like, no.
Yeah, he was like, no, really, I can't. I have to eat. So he walked across the street to like a Family Mart and came out with like all of this food.
Yeah.
But anyway, it was super fun. But I did not feel so great. Like I was texting with Adam at 3:30 and he's like,
oh, shit.
What are you doing? And I'm like, I just got back to my room. And he's like, why are you awake?
Thank God you packed like 3 days earlier.
I know. I didn't feel great on the way back, but the flight was way quicker than the way there.
Mm-hmm.
And I made up some time, and I took like 2-hour naps, and it was fine.
Nice.
But I was out in Narita, and then I was getting texts from people saying, you should be over here. Des is here, and everyone's hanging out. So tell me about your lounge experience.
It was short. It was, first of all, Narita is fine, but Haneda was off the chains. It was so cool. There was like, the club was fantastic. Great food.
Everyone's like, you have to fly. You flew into the wrong airport.
Yeah, it's okay. But you're not a Delta.
I'm not. No, I'm United.
I would have brought you in, but that's besides the point. They had a donut wall.
Wow.
They had noodles to order. Obviously, I don't know if your club had this, but like the perfect poured beer. Like you just pressed a button and it does the perfect
it had
pour.
like a thing, like a vending machine, or no, like a drink machine, like a soda machine. You know what I mean? Where you go and you
press the button. And but it does the tilt and just like and then it puts the top on it.
Okay,
they call it the head.
Well, I didn't actually try it because I was suffering.
Yeah.
But okay, that sounds amazing.
It was busy in there.
I heard that it was like everybody, like athletes, everybody was there.
It was a scene.
Yeah.
And
were
it was
you trying
like
to avoid people, or were you talking to people?
I didn't even realize it was such a scene. I just sat down and then I was like, oh, holy shit, like everybody's in here. So people would pass by and be like, oh, hey, how's it going? Like, and yeah, you could just look around and it was a who's who of world championship track, which was pretty cool.
That is cool.
I mean, I'm definitely like put a hood on and be like
shocking. I'm shocked by this.
But I talked to my favorites. I got to chat with Paul for a little bit.
Yeah.
Saw Trey. Trey was on my flight. Yeah. So it was fine. And the flight was quicker, obviously, and I slept for a lot of it, which I was very pleased about because yeah.
How's the sleep been since you got back?
I wish it were better, but I would say it's she's coughing. It's on the like heavy side of sleep instead of like I can't get sleep. So it's like I'll go to bed at 10 and then want to sleep until like 9:30, 10, which you're like, get your ass out of bed.
Yeah, but your body needs it.
Probably. But exactly. Like I'm like, I need it. And then midday when it's like, 1 a.m. over there, I'm like, I need a nap too.
Yeah.
So it's been a lot of sleep. I've been snuggling up with my lagoon quite a bit.
Nice.
I should have brought the travel one on that trip. That was a big miss because you're adjusting to the time there too, but I never really slept the way I would at home.
Yeah.
I think if I had the travel pillow, it would just been a little bit of a happier camper over there.
Yeah. I'm happy to be back with my big poofy lagoon otter pillow.
All 17 otters wrapped around you.
It's big. It just like holds me up.
Yeah.
I was very happy to have my pillow again. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, and I think that's such a big thing. Like recovery on these things is key, and like having the pillow is super helpful. All the little things that you do, but like even with training, trying to get back into it, I was really conservative, and then I actually took a day off because I was like, I know I'm behind.
Yeah.
And then even when you think you're ready, like I'm going to take a day or two more before I do a quality day.
Yeah.
And I did a good long run yesterday and one today. And I'm not a piece of shit. Like they were actually
good job. You did back-to-back long runs.
I did, yeah.
Good for you.
So recovery.
Sorry, I know you want to like move on, but now I need to know more detail.
No, recovery with the lagoon has been good to me. Is the
good.
Detail.
We love lagoon, but tell me about these 2 back-to-back long runs.
What did I do yesterday? I did 20. I did 3-mile warm up and then did 3x3 miles. I was like, just do a workout, like start at 6-minute pace and then see what you get down to. But I was like 5:45s in the first one, 5:40s, and then like 5:30s by the third set. So that was quality. And then I did a 6-mile cool down. And then today I wanted to get 25 miles in. I got 21 in, and like my hamstrings are barking a little bit. And I've been trying these new shoes that I think I really like them, but they're like just something you have to get used to. And I feel like that where they're really showing up is in my hamstrings and my IT bands. I'm like, okay, this is a lot of like stabilizing, and I have to actually put some more work in them. So I think that's part of it. And I was just like, I'm not going to get injured today. So
will you do a double tonight to hit 25, or you're just good with a back-to-back good quality long runs?
I think the 2 long runs will be it. I don't think I'm going to force the 25.
And when you do 3x3 mile, are you like a mile float in the middle? Like what's your recovery in the middle?
Yeah, 1 mile in the middle, and it's like I think I was like 7:20s.
Okay, so I actually find you annoying. I was at Boulder yesterday, and I was talking to this guy, and he was asking about you, and I was like, oh, she's going to do this 50-miler. And then I was like, you know what she said? She said, what did you say? You were like, well, the world record is like 6:30s. So
6:38.
6:38s. And I was like, I can't even do that for a 5K anymore. Well, I was like, I love her, but also I hate her. Like the fact that you just did 3x3 mile coming off of Tokyo and all that disaster, like it was hard there, right? And you're running 5:35. It's like, dude, cheers to you. You are like a fitness queen. It's just like old woman strength. You got it.
Yeah, it's use it or lose it, and that's why I'm like doing it, because I feel like as soon as I stop doing workouts, or like even now, I'm like, I don't even want to try a workout because it's gonna suck.
That was a good workout, though.
It was. I was like pleasantly surprised, but I'm always like afraid after taking a break or like just doing mileage for a while. I'm like, I don't even want to do a workout because it's going to be so shit.
Yeah.
So
I get that.
Yeah. But also, like, I feel like we'll see what happens. I mean, obviously, we missed a big chunk in Tokyo, and we'll see what the goal is. But I'm talking about it like it's going to be not like it's going to be a slam dunk, but like I have the goal and this is the whole thing. But it's going to be competitive. It's a U.S. championship. And the woman who has the world record and won last year is in the race. So I'm sure she's not like, oh, I hope I run the same as last year.
Right.
Like she's trying to run super well as well. So it should be, if I can get my shit together in these next couple of weeks, it should be a good race.
I think you're going to be good. Like you have
We'll
another
see.
5-6 weeks to go. And like that, those back-to-back sessions are really good.
It's gonna go back like that.
I know it is, but now you're back. You're back. You're focused.
I know. Well,
You have a few
yeah, a
more
little bit of
trips, but,
travel.
you can't help
travel.
yourself.
I know. But I feel like this was encouraging. I'm like, okay, I didn't lose everything. I'm actually in a good spot and I'm healthy and like I just got to be consistent. So
Okay, I want to go back to one other thing you said. You're trying out a new shoe. It was barking at your hammies or your hammies were barking. So like what would you tell people that are trying, like want to wear a new shoe? You have to, I just like what you were talking about. Like I need to put more time in it, right? You can't just go out and wear it the first time when you're trying to race.
Well, especially these, I mean, any shoe for sure. It's like the 101, nothing new on race day. So yeah, but also like you don't want to do your afternoon runs only, like get the experience of like your long run, but also build up to that. So you're not getting injured, or you can see like what you need to strengthen, or if it makes sense, like how it fits after 20 miles is going to be different than how it feels when it starts. But yeah, particularly with the plated shoes and the stacks, like stabilizing and like the like propulsion, like where you're feeling it, that explosiveness, like it's all very different. So you have to put some time in them. And yeah, it's just another thing to adapt to, like practicing your fueling and time on feet and yeah, get your shoes right.
Yeah. You don't want to wear a new shoe for the first time in a 50-miler.
No. I've done back-to-back 20 now and I'm still like, I don't know.
Yeah.
And like crazy stuff pops up. Like I'm in a unique spot where I just write a list and I'm like, hey, can you fix this, this, and this? And maybe they will, maybe they won't, but they'll take the feedback seriously. But like when I fatigue, I'll kick the inside of my calf a little bit, like it kind of grazes it. But this shoe has like a little like flare on it, like it
So
sticks out there.
it gets you.
I have this massive bruise on my calf. And it's just, it doesn't hurt. It's not a big deal. But like after, 42 miles,
right. That could
that's
be
significant,
a problem.
right?
Yeah.
So it's little things like that you want to know beforehand.
It makes me feel better that shit like that happens to you because I when I was with Ultra, they had a pair of shoes and I liked them so much, but it had like the base was like flared out a little, and I would always hit my right foot would always hit my left like ankle bone.
Mm-hmm.
And it hurts like, so bad.
It's like
I
exploded.
feel like I'm going to throw up. Like that's how bad it hurts because we just like nail it. And I'm like,
yeah.
Who does this happen to? But it
Can
even happens
to
Des. I'm like, I have to like pad my left ankle because my right shoe is going to take me out.
Yeah. No,
yeah.
I showed Ryan. I was like, look at that bruise. And yesterday he didn't see it. He was like, stop being a bitch. And then today I was like, look at that bruise. And he was like, oh yeah, you got a little raspberry there.
That's legit. Oh goodness. Okay.
Boys.
Well, should we talk about the last night of track in Tokyo? I think we have to.
I think we have to. Mainly, well, one, it was awesome, but two, cheers to you, Kara Nostradamus Goucher. That 800 prediction, the 800 call on the women's was chef's kiss.
You know what's funny?
Nailed it.
When we were calling the race, we were going through all of the women, and I wanted to say about Adira, like, I have a feeling she's going to do really well tonight. And then we just kind of got behind, and so I never got to say that about her. But I don't know. Sometimes I just have like these gut reactions, and that was one, and it nailed.
Yeah, no, it was awesome. I texted you like immediately after. I was like, "Oh my God, how did you do that? Is it scripted? Is this rigged? Did you put any money on that bet?" Like, WTF.
I should have. Like Otto and I were arguing because he was like, Keely is the most sure bet other than Sydney McLaughlin. Like or other than Femke Bull. And I was like, no way. She's obviously run really. And he's like, she's run a second faster than everyone. And I was like, it doesn't matter. It's like, I'm not voting against Keely at all. It's just like she was super unknown coming in, and she didn't look the round that made me feel like she was vulnerable was the semi, because she just didn't look super comfortable, and there were people around her and she got passed. And so I was just like, I don't think she's going to win. I think it's going to be Hunter Bell or Odira. Like I just feel like they look better. Like Hunter Bell's always holding back. And Odira just looked like in the semi, she just came through so easy. And he was like, "You're crazy." And then afterwards, he's like, "You were right. You were right."
Give me my money.
But it was such a crazy race. I mean, they were out in 55.
Yeah,
55.
It was unreal.
Like Jess Hull was way out the back. And then when we saw they were at 55, I'm like, well, that's why. She's going to still run 156 or 157, but she's just back. And then it was just crazy. Like Mary Murad just took it so hard. And then she faded down the home stretch. It was like perfect for Keeley to move in. But Hunter Bell was right there. And my eyes were on her the whole time. And then on the outside, Odira just comes charging down like, bye. Thanks. Right. Thanks for setting it up for me.
Do you feel like there was planned team tactics, or do you think that just shook out that way? Like, I'm not helping you, you're not helping me.
Yeah, I think Mary Murad runs really well from the front.
Yeah.
And I think that Odira, I've never seen her race from the front. So I think like she is just a closer. So I think it's just the way, I mean, at 200, when they were trying to cut in at the very beginning, Keeley was trying to get the lead.
Yeah.
And Mary Murad was like, no, thanks.
Not today.
I got this. Yeah. And so I think that maybe like shook Keeley a little bit because she probably wanted to control it more. But I don't know. I mean, like, that was crazy. The 800s in men's and women's were so fast. I mean, Sage Hurdeclecker around 155. And she was fifth. 155.
Yeah. I feel like that
like what?
Maybe didn't get talked about enough because it was just like across the board. Like, what did we just see? I can't believe this upset. But what a run from her, right?
Yes. I'm so happy for her. Like that, she becomes the third fastest American of all time behind Athingmo, Nikolaev, and Ajay Wilson. And I loved her interviews the whole time. She was like, I don't know when I'll make a team again. Like, I just have to take advantage. I want to see how far I can get. And I mean, she made it into the final on time. Like she didn't have a secure spot. And then she just made the most of it. She just fought all the way to the finish. It's like awesome.
Yeah. And that's her first world championship.
Yes,
correct?
her one and only.
Right. So
and
it's
she just crushed it.
You talk about some folks who are like, well, they need the experience. They're on the younger side. They're figuring it out. You got to get through the rounds. And like, that's if you have that trajectory of like, well, I'm younger and I'm going to have a few more bites at the apple.
Right.
And a really great example of someone who's like, okay, I've tried a few times. It's really hard to make these teams. It's not a given for me or any woman in the 8 right now. So I have to make the most of it. I don't have like no more, like, I love that Jake Riley, like no more next time, no more next time. And like, that's what that seemed like, that mentality.
Yeah. She even said like, if she hadn't made the team in the 800 this year, she was going to be done with the 800 and move to the 15. And now she's like, well, maybe I should stay. I just ran 155.
I'm pretty good at this.
I'm 5th in the world. So turns out I might want to stay.
Yeah. Yeah. That'll do it. And strange year on the American side in general. Just a lot of shakeups.
Yeah. It was weird. Just felt like a new arrival for some people. I don't feel like anyone like totally is like out, but just some new arrivals. And the women's 8 is always changing in the US. I feel like
it's a little bit of the Olympic slump.
Yeah, for sure.
But also it's like fresh young person's game.
Yeah. Yeah.
Seems like. All right.
What did you think about that men's 5?
So exciting. And you could see the end just like setting up with, 3 to 4 laps to go. Everyone looked like there was just grimacing across the board. And there was one guy who just looked like very, very calm, cool, relaxed. Like, I'm just waiting. And with 300 to go, you're like, yeah, this is done.
Yeah. Like you just handed it to him on a platter, right? Like you didn't hurt him enough. My producer was like, what are the odds an American gets a medal in here? And I was like, very high. There's 3 men in the final. There's only 1 Kenyan athlete in the final. There's only 2 Ethiopian men in the final. There's 3 Frenchmen and 3 Americans. Like, it's just like when we put a lot of women in Boston, like the year you won, it's like if the year you won, all of the major American stars were there. And I was like, someone's going to win. That's what it takes. It's like having them all there. And that's how I felt. But I was like, but I've been burned because I was confident that the men were going to win a medal in the 10, and that's not on them, or it's not like a dig on them. Sure. I just really thought they were. And so I was like, I'm not putting my heart into it. And he was like, who do you think has the best chance? And I was like, they all do,
Right.
But I was like, but if they have not shaken Hocker with 600 to go, it's his. And he doesn't matter what place he's in, because after they kept going 12th to first, and I'm like, it's the distance. If he's within, 10 meters, it's over. They haven't done enough.
Right.
And he just ran a super clean race. He never went to the front. He just stayed on the rail. There was like changing going on up front. Grant Fisher really tried to string it out. I appreciated that. Nico went to the front. Like, they did their best to like damage the field, but the field was just stayed.
It was incredible to watch that many guys just locked in together. And I was thinking about this as I was watching it, where like there's a shift in quality of who you're racing, where at some point you can tuck on the back and that's okay. Like that's a
Yeah.
good position. Like I'm just going to be in last and just
Yep.
sit back here and you're not going to miss the break.
Right.
Like,
Right.
like when you're in college or NCAA, things like that, like there's 3 different groups of ability. And in this thing, it was just so clumped up. There's like, yeah, just sit on the back and then
Right.
slowly work your way up for the big move. But it wasn't going to like splinter and be strung out. You
Yeah.
could tell early on. It was interesting.
It was like Grant went to the front and Nico too, and they pushed it and held it at an honest pace, right? Like at around 13-minute pace, which is really, I mean, 8 years ago, that would have been like crazy to run that at a
Right.
championship. But now things are a little bit quicker. But I thought they did a good job of like trying to wear people out a little bit, but it just wasn't quite enough. Like it didn't really kill anyone off. You know what I mean?
Right.
And I was pumped when Ingebrigtsen went to the front, because I was like, he will go to the front. I don't know what he'll do with it. He's not going to win. But I thought that was cool. That ended up being the slowest lap. But I did see at the bell, Nico Young was positioned really, really well. And I was like so confident that he or Cole Hocker were gonna take a medal. But I thought maybe Hocker would win and Nico would also medal.
Yeah.
But I don't think Nico or Grant made any mistakes. It just is like
Right.
they did well. They ran so passively, I felt like, in the 10,000. And in the 5,000, they did not run passively. They were like in it. They were helping make decisions. And so I don't think they did anything wrong. It's just, it wasn't enough to kill off Cole Hocker.
Which is crazy because it was a sub 13 race, right?
Yeah, it's 12:58 for the win.
Do you think Nico and Grant had a plan together? Do you think they were working together? Because it felt like they were like, hey, you take 2, I take 2, you take 2. But do you think that just happened of like, okay, this strategy is best for me too? And
Yeah.
like, do you think they look back and go, man, we should have been more aggressive?
So Paul asked me that while the race was happening live, and I was like, I don't know if they've talked to each other because I
Yeah.
didn't ask them, but they did say after that they briefly talked about it. And I think hindsight's always 2020, but I do think they've both run 12, like Grant's run 12:44 indoors, Nico's run 12:45 outdoors. I think maybe with 6 laps to go, they start running 12:45 pace, and maybe it splinters the pack a little bit more,
Yeah.
But
It's such a hard position
it's
because
so
you want to
hard.
preserve
Yeah.
your own kick.
Yeah,
Like,
you
well,
still
if I
wanna be
get
able to
on, yeah,
finish. Yeah, you
right.
don't wanna be like, drag it down to 6 people, and then you end up getting out kicked,
6th.
right? Yeah. So I've liked how they raised so much more than the 10,000.
Yeah.
I understand that the 10,000, it was so hot, and they were like, I know I can kick, but I liked that they weren't passive. Like, they were players in the game. It was a bummer that they finished outside of the medals. I think Grant was 8th and maybe Nico was 6th, 5th or 6th. I think Nico and Grant will be back. We know Grant's good. Obviously, he's been good for a long time. He has 2 medals. I do think Nico will medal at the next World Championship. Like, he's
Yeah.
just gathering information. Remember, he's just a couple, like 2 years out of college, a year and a half out of college.
Do you think Grant feels any pressure to move up?
I think he will now.
Yeah.
Um, I watched all their interviews afterwards just because I like to like put a cap on the season and know where their head's at. And
Mhm.
he felt like I wanted to like give him a hug, because he's like, I
Right.
don't know, like I did everything I could and I just wasn't good enough. But I think I would love to see him run a half in the next year and just
Mhm.
dabble. But
A Connor Mance, Grant Fisher half matchup
that would be good.
would be quite epic.
It would be really good. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it is like when you start thinking about the half and the full, it's a different sport, really. And I
It is
think
a
I would
different sport.
say it's closer than ever before. Like, you could
Mhm.
probably do some fulls and still drop down to the 10 and be effective, but if you want to medal,
Right.
you're probably giving that up, if unless you're Hassan.
Right, right. Oh,
Hold on.
we will
Wait a
always have to
minute.
eat humble pie because
Yeah,
Stefan proved us wrong.
unless you're her, but everybody else, no dabbling.
I think it'll be interesting to see what athletes choose to do. Like, I'm a big Elise Cranny fan. She's just looked a little tired this season for me. And afterwards, they were like, "Well, are you going to run World Cross Country? It's in the United States." And she's like, "I actually want to run the 1500."
Yeah.
And I
That
think
was
she
crazy.
should. I think
Right.
she should. Don't do World Cross just because it's in the US. Go do what excites you. And
Right.
I think that next year would be a good year for someone like Grant to run a half and just dabble. I mean, but remember, he ran the world record in the 3000
Right.
and the 5000
In
just earlier
this
this
year.
year. Yeah.
This
So
year.
it's
I mean,
like, yeah,
it's
it's not
similar
like
to
he's
Ingebrigtsen,
done.
right? Like,
Yeah.
Ingebrigtsen has the off
Yes.
champs, and it's like, well, he sucks. It's like,
Yeah, it's like, oh, that would change you to
he
the
was
guard. I'm
actually
like,
pretty
he
good
ran
indoors.
1302, like basically not running to just
Right.
like he looked like a totally different athlete from the heat of the 1500 to the
Yeah.
final of the 5. I'm like, give him 2 more
2
weeks. He
more
might have
weeks.
freaking won this thing. Yeah.
That's
So
crazy.
it's hard to know, but I was super happy for Cole Hocker. I loved his interview after. And he talked about how he just like didn't do interviews after he got DQ'd. He just surrounded himself with family, people he cares about, and just like totally put all of his energy into the 5000. And
Yeah.
I was so happy for him. I mean, like, I think, well, not everybody because people want to win themselves, but I think a lot of people were rooting for him, after that DQ.
I think so. And I think we talked about it earlier in the year, and you kind of said it a number of times, where it was like he put everything on this event. It was like, yes, I'm doing Grand Slam, but yes, I'm going to do a Diamond League thing, but like this was always circled as the big thing. And so I think he gets criticized for like not having the wins throughout the year. And so to not be able to go in the 15 and like fight for the thing he's been
Right.
fighting for all year long, I mean, that could end you, but
Yeah.
he regrouped and just put all the energy into the 5, and it was nice to see. It was nice to
Yes.
see the reward, and it's you don't want to pick favorites or things like that, but
Right.
it's like when things work out that way, it feels good. It's a feel good
Yeah.
story.
I mean, we've talked about it on the pod, as you said. Like, I just respect him. He knows his body. He can't be at the top all year long. He puts all his eggs into one basket. And I really, really respect that he's able to like take his lumps throughout the year. I actually was able to, we DM'd a little bit and I was able to tell him, like, I just really respect, like, he knows who he is. He knows what he's capable of. And he doesn't care about what other people are going to
Right.
say. It's like, he's freaking world champion. Like, what
Right.
are you going to say? He nailed
Yeah.
it,
Right. Well, it was too warm. It doesn't
Yeah,
count.
yeah. Oh God, yeah. Please, but I was really happy for him, and it felt good to see him be happy after that disappointment of
Yeah,
the 15. So
for sure.
yeah,
Do you think he would have won the 15 had he been in it?
I do actually. The way it was run and the way it came down to, it was kind of like almost like not a blanket finish, but they were all really close. Of course, positioning is so
You
much
never
more
know.
important, so you never
Yeah.
know. But it seemed like that was set up for a perfect race for him to charge on the outside and
Let's
take
say we
it.
have to look at the tape and see if the inside opened up.
Right, right. I don't think he'll ever make that mistake again.
Yeah, that's
I
fair.
think that was like, he thought it was gonna it's not, people I've seen people criticize him and say, "Oh, he always thinks the inside's gonna open up," but he doesn't. He's kicked on the outside before. He's kicked on the outside and beat Centrowitz. At the Olympics, he was going to the outside and he saw the inside open up.
Right.
But I do think he was a little bit comfortable thinking it was gonna open up and it didn't happen. And I mean, I don't think he'll ever make that mistake again.
Right. That's a
Yeah.
little bit of a reality check.
Yeah. Yeah. Did you see Josh Kerr came and talked about what happened to him?
I did.
Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't go back in. I mean, I knew there was the little stumble in the semis, and it makes sense.
Yeah.
You want to go ahead and break it down?
Yeah, well, I mean, I didn't go back and watch the race, but he like I cared what happened because he's
Yeah.
like a Brooks athlete
Right. Yeah, it
and I
was
saw him for a
unfortunate too,
second
right?
after and he like could barely put weight on his foot. But he posted a few days ago and said that he tweaked his calf when he fell, and then he posted a picture of it the day after the semi, and it was huge.
That's wild.
It was like ginormous. And then, but he said like with adrenaline and like he got work done on it, he was just thinking like, I won't feel it. And,
Right.
you know, and we've all been there, right? I have anyway. I've raced on injuries and been like, I won't feel it. And sometimes I don't, and sometimes I do. But he said with like 600 to go, it just went. And he said, like and you had said it was like super cool to see him finish, but you worry that maybe he did more damage. And he said he did do more damage by finishing.
Right. Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
there's no doubt, but I guess in the moment you're like, let's just get across the line.
Right.
And
Yeah.
also all I have after this is time.
Right. Right. Yeah.
So the feeling of a DNF is, I don't know.
It's haunting.
Yeah.
Right. Like it just feels so bad. Like again, Erica Kemp in the marathon. I'm so glad that she finished it because it's I mean, these are two totally different situations, but like Josh's was an injury that was out of his control, but Erica's was out of her control. Like she wasn't planning on feeling like crap, you know?
Right.
But it's like, I think it's in the moment really hard, but good to finish because it just, the next time you've talked about that, it just gets easier and easier when things aren't going perfectly to just be like, well, I'm just going to pull the cord.
Oh, is this hurt or is it an injury? Maybe I'm getting injured. Maybe I should.
Yeah, maybe it's, I'm going to make it worse or, you know, and you can talk yourself into that. And then I've known athletes that were like that were amazing for like 3 years and then had a dropout and then just kept dropping out because there was always this fear that, or this thought like it needs to feel perfect. And
it's
it
between
just
the
doesn't.
years,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And it's rarely going to feel perfect.
Right. Yeah. I know. So there you go.
All right.
Yeah.
What a meet.
It was a good meet.
Do you have any like favorite moments? Any highlight besides hanging out with me at the Hype House?
Well, obviously. I really loved calling the 800s. I was like genuinely nervous about it and I had a lot of fun. I don't normally get to work with Otto in that capacity. So it was really fun to work with him and learn how he works with the people around him.
Yeah.
So I really love that. My producer at the showed how it started versus how it's going. We have a point of view cam, and at the beginning of the meet, I was so upset after the men's 10,000, and I was actually cursing. And then while Cole Hocker was winning, I was like dancing. So that like made me and everybody at NBC were laughing so hard. Like I just take everything so personally. But I don't know. Yeah, it was fun to go over to the Hype House. I was exhausted, but it was so great. And it's like, you're in this, like just churning through it. And then you get home and you kind of miss the high of being in that situation, you know? Yeah.
All right. So I saw Trey at the airport and he had like bags of stuff for his kids. He's like, I have a whole checked in bag full of candy for my kids.
Yeah.
What did you buy? What did you get their best souvenir?
Well, Trey and Paul and I went together, took the train to this Don Quixote, which is like where you buy all the crazy different Kit Kats. And so we all went there and got baskets, like grocery baskets, and just shoved them full of candy. And then they were getting like little stuffies because they have young kids.
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't know what Cole, like, I don't think he'd like that. And then I did get him do you know what Labubus are?
Yeah, from America Kemp.
Oh, okay. So Colt asked for a Labubu for his birthday.
Oh, how much did you pay for that?
I'm not going to say. Just kidding. It wasn't that bad. But it was delayed and it's still not here. And so I got him like a little Hello Kitty thing and I gave it to him as a Lafufu, like a fake Labubu. And then I got him like these little cars. They had like a little matchboxes because Colt is like a teenager, but he's still a kid. Right?
Yeah.
So yeah, I brought home like, I think 10 different types of Kit Kats, little cars and the Lafufu, the fake Labubu. And it's been fun because Trey and Bill and I have a thread when we try the new Kit Kats, like what do they taste like? And we tried one the other night that had like, I thought it was going to taste like a maple because it has like a maple leaf on the front. And we all agreed it just kind of tasted like dirt.
Yeah.
So I was texting them.
Like leaves.
Yeah. And Trey's like, there's a leaf on the package. What did you think it was going to taste like?
Not like a leaf.
Not like that.
Not appealing at all.
But that's been interesting to wade through the Kit Kats.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
But I didn't like buy anything really. Just candy.
That's great. No, I think that's a good thing to bring back. And one of my favorite things was having that omakase sushi with you and Chris, and watching you just like suffer internally, but like step up to the plate for each bite of fish, take it down,
You
and
know,
then the
it's
vegetable
the
came, and you're like, I can't do it.
vegetable.
I can't do it. I'm like, it's a
Yeah.
fucking vegetable. Like this is the one you're gonna bail on?
I was
Really?
gonna say, I ate all of the fish and the vegetable. When they pulled it out, I was like, I don't know what that is, but it does not look like it's going to agree with my body. And you were like, you're fine. It's just a vegetable.
No, I
I could
had to
not
like
do
ask the
it.
questions so you would hear and be like, maybe it's okay. I'm like, what is that? What type of fish is that? Is that an eel? And they're like, no, it's a root. I'm like, oh, so it's a vegetable. And you're like, what's a root?
I was panicking. I ate one of the sushis, like when my body is done, it's like
It's
it's
like,
like a
no,
straitjacket. It's
canceled.
done. Yeah. So I was trying to get you and Chris to eat it. I felt so bad, but I was out. I was out.
Chris took it. Yeah, he's stepped up to the plate because he's a champion. I was like, finish it.
Yeah. Wait, what was your favorite moment? Because you had more outing, like dinner excursions, I think, probably than I did.
No, maybe. I every morning, well not every morning, a lot of the mornings I ran to the fish market, and like I went with Garrett and Kenny, and we had sushi at like 7 in the morning.
Like,
And it
were
was
there
this
other people eating sushi?
totally, there's a
Okay.
ton. And it's like people are having beer and like just I don't know, I guess maybe it's where people that are jet lag go. They're like, this is what we have to do.
Right.
So that one was fun. And then also the old fish market is like way more like old school stalls. You pop in and get a thing here and there. But I found a place to get. I would finish my run, get a nice espresso, have a passion fruit smoothie, and
Nice.
then I bought a Japanese knife for Ryan. So
Oh,
I brought a
nice.
blade home.
That's cool. You put it in your
Yeah.
check luggage?
No, I carried it on. It's crazy, right?
You did not carry it on.
It was in my check luggage. I never check luggages, so I was like, well, this is the time to buy a knife.
That's awesome. Does he like it?
Yeah, he loves it. He's like, I can't wait to use it. What should I use it on first? I'm like, I don't care, just use it. Put it to work.
Yeah,
But
that's
I was
good.
like, what do you think? Is that a good gift, or is that like something where you're like, oh, I bought you a vacuum? I think it's kind of cool. It's like a
I think it's
handmade,
awesome.
like from a professional knife maker in
I
Tokyo.
think it's awesome, and that would have been a great gift for Adam. I wish I would have thought of that. And look,
Thanks.
sometimes there's a reason for the vacuum. I just want to say I asked for a tiny vacuum for Mother's Day a couple of years ago that I keep under my sink so that when
Love
I
that.
dry my hair and my hair falls on the floor, then I just vacuum it up and then we don't have to step on my hair for,
So practical. Ryan
Yeah.
Ryan actually really enjoys vacuuming, but I would never do that.
I hate vacuuming. I just vacuum my hair. I don't like vacuuming the house. It's too much.
Yeah,
And like I'm only use my right arm and then I feel
out of balance.
Adam steps up and does the vacuuming.
Ryan loves it. Like he likes to mow the lawn and put the lines down. Like
Yes.
so when he does the vacuuming, he's like, I feel like he thinks it's similar, even though we have hardwood floors, so you're not seeing it. But he's just like,
He's doing his patterns.
You do you, man.
Yeah.
Like 3 times a day. But sometimes I'm like, I am in the middle of something. Like, can you fucking just take a beat and let me finish? But
That's
when
good,
he's
though.
doing the vacuuming, I'm like,
Okay, looking back at Tokyo, did you have a favorite race that you took in, like between the track and the marathons? Was there one that you liked the most, or event even?
I mean, the marathons were great. I loved both of those. I thought they were exciting. Finishing on the track, the US side having people in there late contending was really cool. I just love the marathon in general. I think because it's the track championships, I'm gonna go the men's 5,000. I feel like the men's 5,000 all of a sudden felt like the new 1,500. I don't know if there's a shift. Is the men's 5 the new 15?
I felt like it was.
It was
not that the 15 wasn't exciting, but the men's 5 was like all the players super late. I mean, same with the men's 15, but I don't know. I was like, I think for the first championship in a while, it was way more exciting than the 15. I don't know why.
I think the way the men's 15 just sort of whittled down throughout the year, even leading into this, like you lose Nagoose and you're like, oh.
Yeah, and then like Kessler didn't make the team.
Right.
And then,
it just was like people who were significant just had a hard time coming back. But the 5 felt like everyone was there. Like it was.
Yeah.
And not to belittle the 15. I mean, it was a great race.
I mean, they're all awesome. Yeah.
Right. But it just, that same energy from last year's 15 felt like it was in this year's 5.
Yeah, I agree with you. It was probably my favorite race I thought it
Nice.
was really good, and I really liked both 800s too.
Yeah, the 800s are right
They
up
were
there.
good. Yeah. I mean, I love it all. Beamish winning was pretty epic too, but I
Yeah.
would say men's 5 if I had to pick one. Probably because I'm
Okay.
not supposed to have favorites, but it's really fun when an American wins.
That's fair.
It
That's
very
fair.
rarely happens.
Yeah. It's kind of special.
Yeah.
Um well, and I also think we should take a second to thank Ketone for supporting the pods out there. Those are really fun to do along with the Brooks Hype House and getting the
Yeah.
athletes in. But also just Ketone for keeping us functioning.
Keeping us functioning and keeping my mind clear.
Yeah.
Seriously. I'm super thankful and it was good. Good all around. Yeah.
Yeah. And that's not an ad, that's just from the
Just
heart
a thank
today.
you. Yeah.
It's just from the heart.
Yeah.
No, that was super nice to be able to do that amount of shows and get into that much stuff.
Yeah.
All
Okay,
right.
well, there is another hot topic out there that people want our opinion
Going for
on.
it. I was trying to run out the clock.
No, we're doing it.
Okay, go.
So during World Champs, also I hated the
I
timing
know.
of this
I know.
announcement. Like, oh, you're trying to steal thunder from the other athletes. Like, so lame. But
So how do you feel about it?
I I'm gonna we're gonna talk about this. I feel like I'm being gaslit by people telling me why it's okay that Fred Curley is doing this. It's so annoying to me. But so the enhanced games are coming next year. They have 5 events. I wrote them down so I would know for sure. Athletics, which is track, swimming, weightlifting, gymnastics, which sounds like a great idea, and combat sports, which sounds like a really great idea. And
Jeez.
while we were at World Champs, world champion, Olympic silver medalist, Olympic bronze medalist in the 100, Fred Curley, who earlier in like June or July was hit with a whereabouts sanction. And he said he was going to be fighting it, that he could prove that he didn't miss it. But anyway, he signed with the enhanced games while we were there. And that like the fact that he announced it while the world championships were going on annoyed me a lot.
For sure.
It's just like, dude, wait a week.
Right.
You
Yeah,
know,
but
like,
you gotta capture the moment of the things that actually matter.
right. Well, then that should tell you what really matters, not the enhanced games, the world
100%.
champs. But yeah, I just felt I feel like I've never wanted something to fail so badly in my life as the enhanced games. I find everything about it so annoying, and I know they're getting paid a lot. And I was just in a board
Yeah, so
meeting.
are the guys in Grand Slam. So
Right. Well, I was just in a board meeting on Friday, and they were like, "Well, they're getting life changing money," and I'm like, what the hell are we talking? I feel like I'm being gaslit into
right.
like understanding why someone would sign up for it. And I get that it's life-changing money, blah, 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 blah. But you're a fool. And if you don't run faster than you did when you were a clean athlete, then that's
Right.
even more pathetic.
I mean, to sign up for that league is to make a statement about what you've been up to, right?
Yeah, right?
I don't know. We got a lot of messages like, "What's your hot take?" And I don't think it's a hot take at all. I think the whole league's bullshit,
Yeah, pathetic.
and I won't watch it, and I'm not interested in it, and I think it's terrible for youth sports. I think
Yes.
the whole thing is just bad. And also, at the end of the day, it's like they're still gonna want some idea of like what you're using, and they want to put guardrails up for safety. So really, is it an enhanced league?
Yeah.
Like I don't know. There's still like, well, we don't want people dying, so we're gonna have to make sure it's only these types of
Right.
enhancement. Like, okay, well then, I don't know. All of I think it's disgusting.
I heard
Personally,
that the enhanced games is going to have their own like line of like testosterone and
so it
crap
doesn't
like
make it
that.
make sense. It's not like
Right, right. So it's like no, like they're going to be selling it, like selling supplements and crap. And
oh,
so it's
gotcha.
like
Okay, I thought you
basically
meant like thresholds. I was like,
yeah,
didn't
no.
like
Like so this is basically like a giant marketing
it's
to
a
get their brand up and off the
supplement
ground.
company or
There's this
medication.
swimmer from the UK, Ben Proud, who signed on a few weeks before um the World Championships track swimmer who was a Paris silver medalist. And the interviews with these athletes are like nails on a chalkboard to me. The way that they do the mental gymnastics to like
Sure,
make it okay. You know, like just admit it. You're a cheater
right.
and you have no
That's
morals. Just say it. Like just
hey
own
kids,
it.
be
Yeah.
like me. Don't give a fuck. Let's do combat sports. Enjoy your CTE. I don't. It's
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 so
crazy.
annoying. But what if they offered you $10 million to run a
No.
marathon?
I feel like there's, like everyone has a price for
Mhm.
things, but, like, that one, there's, like no, there's no
Right.
price. There's no
Right.
price, and I think that, like, I just feel like I'm smart enough and driven enough that I could figure out another way to do it
Right.
where, like, not in sports. Okay, if I really wanna make 10,000,000, I need to be in business or, in tech or whatever it may be. Like, I would wanna use my brain to figure it out. I don't care about 10,000,000. I think there's ways to make that by being smart with your savings and the whole different story. But there's no I just to me, it's I icky. There's not a
Yeah.
price. There's no price on that one.
I know, but that's why I wanted to ask you because that's the response I want from everybody else. Like, there's not a price for it. It's not worth your integrity and
Yeah.
it's yeah,
But
but
I also feel like there's a lot of people that don't have I don't know, I don't wanna, like maybe I'm gonna put this out there and it's probably the wrong word, but maybe it's just like the self-confidence or the self-esteem to think that they can do it a different way.
yeah.
Like, okay, I don't need to be an athlete. Like, what's next? Like, okay, I have this choice. I don't need to do it because all these other things are available for me. Like, there's so many ways to make money. If you're really
Right.
money driven, like there's infinite opportunities out there. So why pick that one? You're good
Yeah.
enough, you're smart enough, you're like believe you're more than like just an athlete who has to take some shit to and then maybe you make it, maybe you don't. But there's other ways that are much better and they're better examples for kids.
Yeah.
I think it always goes back to like young kids looking up to athletes. And
Right.
maybe that shouldn't be it. Maybe you're not a role model. Maybe it's the Charles Barkley, like, I'm not a role model. But it's with the drugs and like
Right.
the stuff that you know, I don't know. Everyone's trying to make it. And if that looks like the only way to make it, you're going to have an impression on that younger generation. And that sucks because youth sports should just be about fun too.
I know. I think about that too. I think about what does it say to the younger generation and they see people excusing it, like I was shocked at the all the people just like excusing it for Fred. Like, oh, well, it makes sense because and like that drives me insane. And I don't know. I also think about how you and I, or me especially, was like hyped on Fred Curley last year leading into the Olympic
Yeah.
trials. And now
I
I'm
mean,
like, ugh.
it's really been a struggle.
He's
He's made it
really
very
taken
hard.
us it's
He's
been
made it
hard,
very hard on
there's been,
us.
like, domestic violence and other stuff involved now and then missed tests, and I'm like, "Fred, you really broke my heart." But this
Yeah.
is,
I mean, but that's a really interesting thing too. Like, I think you want to believe in athletes and like, oh, he's so nice, or oh, he's trying so hard, or oh, his story is so interesting. But at the end of the day, you never know what these people are about, and
it's
that's
true.
like for us too. We
Yeah.
can sit on here and talk about how our morals and ethics are, but at the end of the day, like nobody really knows us.
Yeah.
But your actions say a lot.
Yes. Totally. Alright, well, everybody wanted us to talk about that. It kinda went how I thought it would go. We hate
Yeah.
it.
Right. Well, yeah, it was like, "What's your hot take?" Like, it's not that hot. And it's
I think it's
this
pretty
should be
cold.
pretty predictable, and if you didn't realize that yeah, I mean, okay, here's the thing. I'll ask you this. When you're talking about supplements and brands that you do promote, how do you pick? Like we
Mm.
talk about ketone, is that something that should be like, well, you're not any better because this is a supplement," or you're like, how do you pick? How do you decide? And where's that line? I know we can edit this out if it's like
No, no, it's
too
okay.
much thrown on you.
I know for me, what's interesting is, and I don't even tell you, we get offers for supplement stuff all the time, and I
I
just
know.
delete it,
Yeah.
like, personally, and then now that I'm, like, in my late 40s, I get a lot of stuff from people wanting to sell me, stuff that premenopausal women and all that kind of stuff, but I've gotten so many reach outs about our pod, and I'm just like, "No, thanks."
Yeah.
Um, so I guess it could be hypocritical because I do love the ketones, and I do feel like they help me as an announcer. I think if I was an athlete, like a competitive athlete still, if I'm gonna take anything, it needs to be, um, clean sport certified and
Mhm.
is ketone under that?
They
They
should.
are.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, so I think that's the biggest thing for me would be a brand that cares that, hey, if athletes are
Get
gonna
that
use
label
this,
on
we're
it,
gonna get the
right?
label, and it costs a lot of money to get that label.
Right.
It's a lot of money and it's time, but, I think that's super important, but, yeah, I guess I love ketones and so maybe it is hypocritical, but it is certified, and as far as other stuff, I mean, I don't wanna, like, dog on anyone for taking supplements, but I
Right.
just it's not an area that I feel comfortable in.
Most of them you don't need.
Right,
You know what I
right.
mean? Like,
It's
you're
just
just
like, I eat a well-rounded diet. Turns out
right.
it's
Like,
okay.
you have really expensive piss, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, that's my take, and I'm
Yeah.
with you on it, and, I'm partnered with GU Nutrition brand, which
Yeah,
is,
but that's you
you know,
actually need food when you're
in the
racing.
yeah,
Yeah.
so that's, like, one
And
example, or
training.
ketone, you're using it in the race, and, like, they're very functional, and there's things that you're like, "I'm gonna test this many times before I agree to a partnership," and I think we do that
Right.
with our pod as well. Anything that we're promoting on here, it's like, "Well, send us the product, and we wanna use the Lagoon pillow first and make sure we
Right.
actually like it," and, like, every single thing we have, it's something we've gone through. It's not just like, "Hey, here's 10 million bucks.
Right.
Will you sign the deal?" I think that that's just an important thing to say. It's like, it has to make sense.
Yeah, and I think, like, it's just really personal. Like, you and I could be making a lot more money if we were willing to do the supplement route, but I don't use supplements, so
Right.
yeah, I don't know. I
Well,
mean,
yeah,
yeah.
it's also like the authenticity and genuineness. If we're like, "Hey, this week we're putting out this creatine," and next
Right,
week it's
right.
like that muscle builder, and you're just like, "Do you
Yeah.
really use that shit?" Like, Dead's has no muscles. Like, you're not using creatine. You know what I
I mean, I
mean?
can see, like, a recovery shake, like,
Sure.
I still drink recovery shakes after like, I can't run very well right now, so I've been lifting like crazy,
She's
and I
creatine. Just kidding.
and I do, in fact, use, like, protein powders and stuff,
Yeah.
so but I think one thing that we've done really well is that we haven't just hawked something just to hawk it. Like, I can even think of drinks we've used that we actually drank, and then we
Yeah.
were sad when we didn't get any more.
Right, right. There's not like we Olipop was awesome. I
I
actually
still drink
still
Olipop.
tap in on a super coffee every
Yeah,
now and then. Like,
super
I
coffee,
like
like,
it.
I liked that,
Right.
and so it not everything that we decide to enter into a relationship with is gonna hit with everybody, but for us, it's super important that it hits with us, you
Yeah.
know? I don't know, I think and also supplements, it seems like a lot of these, at least athletes are claiming that a lot of these small like these trace element or small amount element of positive tests are coming from supplements. So I just feel like invest in a nutritionist and learn
Yes.
exactly what you need and then like make the food, cook the food, be in charge of the food instead of buying these supplements that you don't know. And if you are going to buy supplements, they sure as hell better be
Batch tested.
batch
Get
tested
that
and
right.
certified, safe
Certified.
whatever it's called. I can't think of what it's called right now, but there's like an actual certification.
Yeah.
Um,
I'm looking for a little ketone bottle, but I don't have anything.
yeah, it's just like NSF. Yes,
NSF.
thank you, Chris. God, that was killing me. NSF certified, but it's also like if you want to invest in that, it's so expensive. Invest in a nutritionist.
Right.
Meet with someone. Go over your training. Find out what you and your body need. And now
Well, and
I
that's like,
guess yeah.
yeah, that's such a long-term approach too. Like, that will help you
Right.
for years and years and
Right.
years, not just for your event now.
Yes.
And it's like everything else. If you're thinking long game and health and wellness, probably going to be better than shortcut hack.
Yeah. I agree. I was going to say, well, now we can get off our soapboxes, but
Yeah. Okay.
people,
Done.
take care of yourselves.
All right. Sorry, that took a turn, but I feel like there is that sort of tension of like, well, you guys
Yeah.
have these things, and
Right. And it's fair.
yeah.
But yeah,
So I called this out before
good job.
anyone else
We
can.
have our boundaries and maybe not everyone's comfortable with them, but we are.
Yeah.
Those are our boundaries, yeah.
All
All
right.
right. Should we roll into a top 5?
Let's do a top 5.
All right. I'll go first.
Okay, good.
I'm going to say Colt Goucher turned 15 and got his permit
Dang.
and he's driving me around
How is
and
that nice to
no,
just
no, no, no. He's not driving on like real roads yet. Like he got his permit Thursday we drove around the neighborhood at night, and it was a bad idea because it was like dark, and it was a very terrifying experience for all of us. And then we took him driving yesterday way out on the dirt roads that I used to run on, and that was way better. Like,
Yeah.
not very many cars, a lot. Like, Cole was like, "This is pedestrian heaven," because there were so many people biking and running. I was like, "I'm sorry," but that was actually good too. He learned how to
It's
go
good
around people.
practice,
Yeah,
yeah.
he really wants to drive to school, but
Not yet.
he is not even close. But
Not yet.
I was just, it's crazy times to have a kid that can drive you. It's weird.
I love it.
But I'm also excited for him, and it's just fun to see him grow up. Yeah.
Happy 15th, Colt.
15
Congrats on that permit. It's going to be a license one day soon.
in a year.
Pay attention.
Okay.
Pay attention in the car, kid. Get off your phone.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to go with the Ryder Cup.
Oh,
I watched that for like 3 days straight, and it was all the emotions. I feel like people will have a lot of opinions on the overall experience. I'm not even going to get into that, but I will say it was pure drama on the third day, and it came down to the wire. And it was fun. It was very entertaining. And I think that the broadcast struggled. There's some things that they could do better, but I felt like the players left it all out there, and it was fun to watch.
that's cool.
Yeah.
Good job. You're a sports buff. Like, I don't know sports like you do.
I think I just like to sit on the couch.
Okay, well, going with your sports theme,
Okay.
I went to a Buffs game, a Colorado game, Colorado versus BYU.
Mm.
We have friends that have tickets on the field, like with
Dang.
chairs, a waitress, all of the things. And they had us, Jason and Kate Robbie, thanks for having us. They actually had a bunch of old like teammates. So the Ritzenheins came too, and the Vaughns. We had such a good time. And the Buffs were supposed to get beat. And for a while, it looked like they were going to pull off this amazing upset because they were up 14-0, but we ended up losing, which was kind of sad, but we still had a great time, and it was fun. And then just rolling into the next morning, the Boulderthon was here, and I love local races, and they had 15,000 participants across all their races. So good job, Buffs and Boulderthon.
Love it. It's a good one.
Yeah, I'm sporty.
Yeah. No, you're doing great. I love that. When I ask you some football questions next
Oh,
pod.
no, please don't. It was so funny. Like, Kate and I were sitting, and then the women, we all kind of sat, and the men were kind of standing. And then whenever there would be a bad call, they'd be like, "Come on." We'd go, "Yeah, come on."
Fuck.
And then I'm like, "Wait, what are we mad about?"
I love it.
Yeah.
That's pretty good. No, you got to be at the game. That's how you learn. That's how you get into it. That's how they hook you in. So good start. You're on your way.
Good start. Yeah.
All right. I'm going to go with I'm just going to go specifically for the women's trail team at Worlds.
Oh, yeah.
I know the men did well as well, but I've been seeing women hauling in the medals galore. That's been awesome to see. Anna Gibson took bronze in one of her races, which is really incredible. I think it's her first world championship. So to have that experience, get a medal for the Brooks team is really cool. And then I think Hillary Allen, I think that's her name.
Yeah, it is.
Hilly Goats. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
She also had a really great run out there in the longer race. So the Brooks Trail team holding it down. Good job, guys.
Yeah.
Gals.
Hillary has a really good book about when she fell. So you guys should check that out. It's really good. Okay, good. That's a good one. Yeah. They've been popping up all over my feed too. I'm like, that looks fun. Yeah.
Yeah, it does look fun. Like they hook you in because you're like, oh, it's a beautiful place. And then you get out there and you're like, this is fucking hiking.
Right. You have to do this
they're
for
actually
9 hours.
They're actually running.
Okay. Just because we hit on Tokyo at the top, I'm going to end with a shout out to everyone who was in the booth with me in Tokyo, Trey Hardy out of Bolden, but especially Bill Spalding, who came in, new team, and did great, and then hooked me with the karaoke. Lewis Johnson, who's always professional, but especially Paul Swangard, who has been play-by-play at smaller meets, but a 9-day meet. It's super intense, and he did such a great job. He advocated for all of us. We all got on air like what we wanted to get on air. He was a great leader, and so Paul did awesome. And I just want to give him a little bit more credit before we all move on.
Yeah, he did. I when I did see him in the Sky Club, I made sure to tell him that because I think he was just really a standout, and that's such a big moment, and you feel like you have your shot, and there could be all these things that make you tense and nervous, and you just walked in and crushed it. Like, he does it all the time
Yes.
because he does it all the time.
Yeah.
So that was cool
He
for him
nailed
to
it.
have that moment, and I hope that he gets more opportunities like that because he's really fantastic at it. Good job, Paul.
Yeah, good job, Paul. Thanks everyone for listening.